Hey Tara, thanks so much for this comment as well. So you said Trump wants every country's resources so he can decimate each of those countries. Now he's talking about redrawing the Canadian border. And of course, and I think you had also said that he wants to start a war. I'm just going to quickly open TikTok on my other device because it's not showing the full comment. Let me just quickly make sure that I got that. I'm so glad I decided for a 10-minute video. Yes. So you said Trump wants every country's resources so he can decimate each of those countries. Now he's talking about redrawing the Canadian border. He is going to cause a war. Yeah. So thanks so much for this comment. I don't disagree with you, but Trump is, I don't even know what to say with regards to this because I feel like Trump is behaving quite differently than he did in his first term. And I don't know if it's because he has people backed in his pocket. I don't know if he's trying to realize a plan that he had in his first term but couldn't accomplish it due to perhaps not having the House and the Senate on his side. I'm not quite sure if this is his playbook or if this is somebody else kind of driving him in this direction. The reality is that Trump can't get without giving something. And that's kind of what I was trying to illustrate with the discussions with Zelensky. Trump can't decide that, hey, I want all the minerals from your country, but you're not willing to offer them any kind of support and protection while they're in the middle of a war. Doesn't work like that, you know? And you're right. I've been hearing a lot about Trump talking about Canada as the 51st state. And as a Canadian, I find it atrocious. And I find it extremely disrespectful that he would insult our country like that. Now, can we say that we have been very dependent on America in the past? 100%. There have been many industries that we should have developed and we should have strengthened internally before we decided to go externally. Like all of our media is American. We import a lot of goods from them. They are our biggest trading partner, and about 80% of our trade is going straight across the border, which to me is unacceptable. We live in a global village. We live in a global world, and we need to have strong allies and strong partners everywhere. We can't just rely on our closest neighbor because, as we've seen now, it really depends on who's in power, and that can influence our partnerships, our strength as a country, and really the closeness of us as North American countries. Trump can try to bully his way through all the nations of the world to get the resources that he needs out of them. But Trump has to realize that it's not as simple as, oh, we're the world's superpower, we're the richest, well, not the largest, but we're one of the largest countries in the world, we're one of the richest countries in the world, so you just have to do what we want because this is what we want. It's not like that, You have to have agreements with people, you have to have agreements, you have to have mutual respect, you have to have a bit of a give and take, right? And that's not happening. And while Trump wants Zelensky to be a sycophant and basically thank him and praise him and make him feel like he's the most important person in the world, the reality is that Trump fails to realize that these good relations go both ways. So many countries, the world, saw how Trump treated Zelensky yesterday, and we're all disgusted. And the world can see that this is how Trump will treat allies when allies are no longer useful to him. What I wish for Canada is that Canada will start visiting the European Union. They will start visiting parts of Asia, even Africa, if that is a possibility, and start building proper treaties and allyships. Let's get manufacturing up and running off the ground. Let's look into building media elsewhere. Let's look into our supply chain and how we can solidify it in a way where if America goes down or America decides they no longer want to play friendly with us, we can still survive. Other countries have done so. They have built allyships outside of America, but Canada has stayed stuck for decades on America and Canada only partnership. And we have to realize that even though we have similar histories, and even though we have lived in the same continent for centuries, we are not the same. We don't think the same, and we cannot rely on each other anymore. I hope that Trump does not cause a war. I really would not want to see that happen, but I can say that it certainly looks like it's possible. And time will tell. Time will tell how things will turn out. But I think that Trump is cruising for a bruising, and that I feel like there's something big that's going to happen in Trump's presidency that's going to bring America to its knees. And he's not going to like being in the position of asking for help, because he's so far spat in the face of all of his allies. And it's not going to go well for him.